Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Phone a Friend News with the Ambassadors of Gaming. I'm one of your two hosts, Chris, Ambassador Chris,
And I'm Michael, Ambassador Michael. It's like
and
Bond,
I'm Bond,
James
James Bond.
Bond.
Oh, I love you so much.
Great minds think alike.
I, I
Don't you
don't think your
insult my
mind's all that great.
intelligence?
Okay, moving on. We have news about stuff. Just a small little bit of news, but it's news all the same. So I will go ahead and let you go first.
I will. And I'm gonna tell it in the way it happened, instead of giving you the straightforward, so that you have to deal with the blue balls like the rest of us did. So Sunday morning, Rockstar tweets out a picture, a red backdrop with a black Rockstar logo. That's it. Nothing else. They don't tweet shit all day. They just tweet that one picture and that's it. And everybody loses their fucking mind. They're like, oh shit, we're getting another Red Dead. It's fucking happening. Like, we're gonna get the announcement or whatever. And so all day Sunday, the news outlets are like, what the fuck's this picture mean?
Right.
People are retweeting it. Monday morning, they tweet another picture
Bum, bum, bum.
of some gentleman in a sunset. It looks like it's water painted. That's it. Don't say shit. And so everybody's like, okay, we're for sure getting Red Dead. We're getting another Red Dead for sure. This is obvious now. But come the fuck on. Just tell us. We want to know these things. What does Rockstar do? They make
Sure
you wait
enough.
a whole nother fucking day. Tuesday this morning at about 8 or 10, I think, Eastern time, they tweeted out officially Red Dead 2 or Red Dead Redemption 2, because there's Red Dead Revolver, Red Dead Redemption, now Red Dead Redemption 2, 2017, in the fall. So that's exciting. A lot of people were thinking it was coming out this year, which that's like no time at all. If they announced it,
No,
you know what
I
I
wouldn't
mean?
expect it in an announcement and then to
Yeah.
somehow sum it up in the next
Well,
like 3 or 4 months.
yeah, but GTA also has long. Rockstar games have long-standing sales. Like most games are like launch. GTA is like launch, and then it just goes up, and then it hits a
Yeah.
peak like a year and a half after it comes out, and then it starts going back down. Do you know Grand Theft Auto 5 is the third best-selling video game of all time?
What's the first two?
I do not know, but Grand Theft Auto 5 has like some astronomical number. It's like 12 million copies or some shit. It's like stupid amounts of numbers.
I am going to look that up right now. Let's see, folks.
Yeah, please do, because I would rather have
Let's
the
take a look here.
correct statistics.
Let's see. 10 best selling games of all time. Makes me think of Agent Washington from
Oh yeah, you are the worst of all time. God damn, Rooster Teeth is funny.
let's take a look here. Is it gonna tell me or
There's not a Wikipedia page.
all right, so number one is, hang on, you said it's the third.
This is the best-selling video games.
According
Yeah.
to this list, it's the fourth.
I was close.
So the first one is Tetris.
Sounds about right.
Sounds about right. Tetris was on at its height. It was on everything, including the
Oh yeah.
launch game for the Game Boy, the original Game Boy, which I happen to have right here
There you go.
for those that care. Let's see. Number two
Oh,
is Wii
God.
Sports.
That's
Number-
Wii Sports was fucking ridiculous.
Sports was really good. Third is Minecraft, which does not surprise me in the slightest.
Huh.
Fourth
I'm
is Grand Theft Auto 5. Fifth is the original Super Mario Bros.
Where are you reading yours from? Just out of curiosity.
Connectedly.com.
Oh, okay.
Sixth best is Mario Kart for Wii. Seventh is Tetris for the Game Boy. I'm not sure why they have Tetris
It's probably the original copy.
and Tetris for
Yeah.
Game Boy.
It's
That's
the
two different-
84 release and the 89 release. They're probably two different games.
Number 8 is Wii Sports Resort.
Oh.
Number 9 is the new Super Mario Bros. For Wii. And 10 is Diablo 3.
Huh. I was just curious because the numbers here on Wikipedia are a little bit different. But by the way, I was way the fuck off. Grand Theft Auto 5, 65 million copies. Jesus fucking Christ. That is a
Don't even get me started on games
lot.
with budget. Destiny had a $500 million budget.
Yeah, like holy fuck.
$500 million coming in as the most expensive game of all time, the most expensively designed game of all time. But we're branching out. Continue with your Red Dead Redemption 2.
So yeah, they announced it. What's today? Tuesday. We are getting the teaser trailer Thursday morning at 10 a.m. If you are interested, I'm sure you can find it over on Rockstar's YouTube channel. And then the publisher for Rockstar, Take-Two Interactive, Monday morning after they had shared that second image, their stock price went up $3 a share. Now, I don't know a lot about stocks, but I know $3 a share is a lot.
Yeah.
Like, it's good if your stocks go up like 5 cents. So $3 in one fucking day is gonna be great.
Right.
So, and Rockstar didn't even do anything. All they did was put out 2 pictures. They haven't even shown the game. They haven't sold a single copy of the game.
Something similar happened with Pokemon Go and Nintendo. Nintendo's stock price jumped, even though Nintendo didn't exactly
own the rights to it.
It doesn't own it. It just owns the Pokemon Company. Nintendo.
Okay.
Pokemon Company is owned by Nintendo, but the Pokemon Company did it with Niantic instead of Nintendo. So everyone associated Pokemon with Nintendo, so Nintendo's prices went right up. I don't know why I sucked in that time.
And then they crashed right the fuck back down.
Right. All right. So. Speaking of Pokemon, I believe it's my turn.
It is.
So the Pokemon Sun and Moon demo has finally been released. I have played it. It's all right. It's a Pokemon game. But some fun stuff. As people on the internet often do, they absolutely obliterated the code to find all the hints and secrets they could, and actually discovered the entire completed Pokedex of that game. So we can see all of the new Pokemon that have not been revealed yet. I believe that's the statement.
Some guy uploaded it to his YouTube channel. I don't have his exact name. I'm sure if you just search Pokemon Sun and Moon Pokedex, you can find it. If you want to see it, I would recommend doing it soon because Nintendo's going to flag his videos and they're going to get taken down. If they're not already taken down. Because Nintendo's like, they're super fucking picky about game. Like, they even do that shit to Let's Players. Like, all they did is play the game and they'll put copyright strikes on them and shit. I don't know why they're so picky about it, but like, it's one of those funky ass things they do. Like, Nintendo and YouTube is like Sony and like problems recently. Like, when Sony has a problem recently, they're just like, they're that Homer Simpson meme. They're just,
oh yeah, that's sinking into the bush.
Yeah, they just disappear. Don't say shit about it. So
fun stuff. The final evolution. So spoiler alert. So for one of the final evolutions of the grass owl Pokemon is essentially based off of Robin Hood.
Yeah, I actually like that one a lot.
Yeah. So I'm going to name it Robin Hood.
That's punny. I like it.
That's punny. I was going to name it Oliver, but who isn't going to do that?
Yeah, no, somebody else.
Who isn't going to name everything off of I'm going to call it Ollie, Green Arrow.
Yeah.
So Robin Hood.
I like that.
Puns.
Also, I'm kind of pissed that the fire starter's a fucking fighting Pokemon again.
Oh my gosh, my girlfriend feels the exact same way. We were just talking about this before this video started. How many firefight types do we have?
Too many.
How many? We have, I think, 4 or 5.
The pig,
Blaziken, Emboar,
and now the cat. Because the last one was Fire Psychic, which I liked a lot.
No, don't forget Infernape.
Oh yeah, Infernape. But he's not a starter. I'm just specifically talking starters.
It doesn't matter. I'm talking about the fact that he's going to be a firefight type.
Oh yeah.
Like at the end of the line,
Yeah, fair
he's
enough.
going to be firefight type. So there's Blaziken, Infernape, Emboar,
Now I could be
and
wrong, but Blaziken's the best of them as of now, right? Because
and
he's
then
just super fast and super strong, right?
Blaziken's more about his speed. I know Emboar hits really hard. Emboar's
Yeah.
attack is very, very, very high. Infernape's stats are very similar to Blaziken's, but not as fast.
Mm.
I'd like to point out now that more than half of the generations have a firefight completed starter.
It's fucking stupid.
4 out of the 7 generations.
You want to know what's fucking weird? I don't know if this is true or not because I went back and looked at it. This is on Bulbapedia. You ever use Bulbapedia?
I have.
Bulbapedia?
I use Bulbapedia. I use Smogon.
If you look at their website for starters, it says all of the grass starters up until Gen 6 were all reptiles. Bulbasaur.
I wouldn't exactly call Bulbasaur a reptile.
He's kind of like a toad.
No.
He's kind of like a frog, yeah.
He has like
though.
He has some scales. He has some scaly skin on Venusaur.
Chikorita looks like a fucking like the dinosaur, the long neck. I don't know what they're actually called. Bronchiosaurus. She looks kind of like a Bronchiosaurus, but like a plant Bronchiosaurus.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Torterra. That Pokemon is a beast.
Yeah, he's pretty dope.
And was the first grass starter to actually have a somewhat of a resistance to fire, being grass ground on its final evolution, making fire neutral on it. Yep. And I believe Torterra has the highest defense in the game, aside from legendary Pokemon. I believe Torterra holds that.
Huh. Interesting. Are you all done, or did you want to talk about the last one, the water one? The water one actually looks pretty cool. Like the
turns into a mermaid.
Yeah, it looks stupid as fuck in the first two, but the third one I think looks pretty good.
I saw a meme comic somewhere. It said Pokemon go through the same stages that people do. We look really puny and scrawny and sometimes look cute, and then we go through a really awkward puberty, and then some of us turn out really good and some of us turn out absolutely terrible.
It's so true. Yeah, final evolutions, they seem to be alright. I like the designs for all of them. I'm just kind of pissed that it's a firefighting.
I'm sure a lot of people are. It's
whatever.
I was really I discussed this with my girlfriend, and she was thinking at first I was just being kind of hipster, like oh, I don't like this new gen, but I was really pumped for Gen 6, and I really liked Gen 6.
X and Y, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I liked X and Y. It was alright.
I was really pumped for X and Y, but so far, really none of the stuff has really gotten me excited. Like any of it. My favorite Pokemon, Gallade, already has a Mega Evolution. So,
can we talk about Diglett's Aloha form?
Alolan,
whatever.
Oh my goodness!
Have you seen it?
It's fucking
stupid.
I think that's very lazy. I feel like maybe they don't really have a lot of ideas for decent like Pokemon, so they're just reaching into old Pokemon and changing their type up. And what's really bothersome,
some of them I like, but the Diglett one and Dugtrio one is stupid. I like the Vulpix one. I think the Vulpix one's good.
You know why I don't like that?
Why? Why don't you like that? It's Ice and Fairy, right?
It is. What type are Vulpix and Ninetales normal?
Just fire, right?
Just fire. Where do you see an error here?
They included the fairy type. They included fairy type in everything because it just beefed the fuck up out of these Pokemon.
I don't mind that, but I'm saying it keep it consistent. Like I'm pretty sure that's the only Pokemon whose alternate form is 2 completely different types.
Yeah.
Instead of just changing it over like Fire Fairy.
Can you answer me one question? Is there any normal Pokemon left? Are they all
normal type?
Are they almost all normal fairy?
No, there's normal type. There's normal type Pokemon. I can't name them offhand. I'm not really, like I
Okay.
said, I really haven't been keeping up to date on a lot of Sun and
Yeah.
Moon news just because it hasn't really pulled my
No.
attention in.
It hasn't for me either. Plus, honestly, I'm gonna be too fucking busy when it comes out with other games. Like
Oh, I'll be playing it. I'll be playing it at school. I carry my uh in spoiler unboxing video. I carry around my purple space 3DS with me when I go to school,
mhm,
so I'll probably find some time to play that.
I gotcha. I don't know. I've been more into my Vita lately. Like when I do play mobile gaming, and it's just because it's like I'm waiting
I
around
would
or
like a
whatever.
Vita,
They're
but I can't
nice.
justify buying it. The only game I want for it is Sly Cooper. I just want to play through the Sly Cooper trilogy. That's it.
I'm in World of Final Fantasy. Have you seen that?
I'm gonna tick off
It's
a lot of
fucking
people on the internet,
adorable.
but I've never played Final Fantasy, and I'm just too nervous to start because I feel like it's gone on for so long that I just won't be able to get the full
You
everything out of it that you would from playing like the really old games.
you want to know the beauty of Final Fantasy?
Hmm.
Almost none of them are interconnected.
They're all in the same world, aren't they?
Nope. Only 10 and 12.
Hmm.
I think no 10 and 12. 10 is its own universe, 12 is its own universe, but 10-2 is in the same universe as 10, and then 12-2 I think is also in the same universe. Yeah, I don't fucking know. That doesn't make any sense. I don't know why they named them like that, but I think 12
I
had a
mean,
sequel. But like 15 storyline, nothing to do with any of the other Final Fantasy games. They all share similar traits. It's kind of like DC's like parallel universes. They're almost exactly the
I
same,
understand
but
what you mean, but
different.
minor
Yeah.
differences.
So they all have chocobos, for example, which are the little bird like they look like ostriches, but they are yellow. You never seen a chocobo?
Sure. No.
Anyways,
But either way, yeah, I'll probably end up giving it a try.
yeah, I mean, I'm getting 15, so I can let you borrow it if when I'm done with it.
Yeah,
So
I'd love to give it a try. All right, we are also going to have another video coming soon to the channel, so stick around for it. We're going to do a little review of of Gears of War. Now, this isn't going to be your super in-depth review. If you're looking for that, you might want to go to IGN or
yeah,
GameSpot or anything that'll go into an in-depth review. This is from the point of view of just two gamers,
yeah, and
just two gamers that just gave it a try, and we're going to have
I'm only like halfway through. I was
yeah,
playing it with Justin, and oh my lord, it gets long. It
yeah.
gets long.
But anyway, it's going to be it for
I
us in
got
this video. Make sure you check out the channel at
I
least
got one
once a
more.
week. Oh, I
I got
didn't know that. I thought you
Yeah,
were
well,
done.
I was trying to tell you I have one more. I wanted to talk about this little survey real quick, just because I thought it was interesting. Because
Okay.
in games press, you take two different sides to this particular thing. So we're gonna talk. This is a survey. Do you know MPD? MPD. Okay, if you don't know what MPD is, it's a group that um collects sales records for games. So it tells you what the top selling games of the month were.
Okay.
But they also do surveys and things like that. This particular survey, they did a survey on DLC and microtransaction purchases. And let's see. They found that among the entire U.S. population of men and women aged 30 or 13 to 54, 28% have purchased extra content in the past 3 months. That includes both microtransactions and DLC. Um, Now, not surprisingly, males and teens were the primary drivers of purchases, according to the report. Teens, that does not
Yeah.
surprise me. Um, Additionally, the study found that people are more likely to spend money on microtransactions than DLC. That was surprising. 23% are more like or were willing to buy microtransactions or did, versus 16% for DLC, which is weird. You would think it would be the other way around.
Yeah.
Um, and it says, as you might, this article, by the way, is from GameStop. I want to give credit where credit is due. So, as you might imagine, price is the leading factor when people are thinking about spending money on microtransactions DLC. Here are some related takeaways from the survey written by NPD. Close to half of non-purchasers of microtransactions are not willing to spend any money on them. So the people that said, no, I have not bought microtransactions, half of those people said, I will never buy microtransactions. So about 25% of the total survey said, I will never buy microtransactions. 48% felt that the content was not worth the extra money. 48% total.
I can agree with that.
Yeah. Half of non-DLC purchasers stated that DLC was not worth the money. And 16% believe that the extra content should have been included in the full price game. It says the study went on to say that the preferred method of unlocking extra content in a game is to spend virtual currency on it. However, 78% of respondents said they would consider spending money to buy microtransactions to get things like weapons and power-ups, among other things.
So pay to win,
Yeah.
basically.
A key consideration here is the likelihood of a person spending money on extra content is also tied into how much that person enjoys a particular game and the cost of the add-on content. Here are some findings. Attitudes towards microtransactions are mostly positive, with the majority, 77%, claiming to like that microtransactions allow them to extend their enjoyment of a particular game. 68% believe the pay-to-win aspect of microtransactions with gaming is unfortunate. The survey also asked why they buy DLC in the first place. Some of the top reasons included wanting to play with friends who have the same DLC, obviously, a desire to have all available content, and the feeling that the price of the content in question was reasonable. Quote, reasonable. Although, quote, most found microtransactions to be, quote, reasonable, more than half said they would be incentivized to buy if prices were lowered. Quote, spending on microtransactions and DLC is currently healthy, but game publishers and developers must not lose sight of the importance of looking at areas that will stimulate spending growth without compromising real and perceived value of the content they're providing. MPD Group Analysis Sam Nagy said in a statement. The MPD does not mention any specific games that were surveyed, and as they're aware, not every game has microtransactions DLCs. Now I was going to scroll back up here because there was an update to this article, so I wanted to make sure I read the full thing and it wasn't any bias outside of the article. I'm just trying to give the facts. A spokesperson for the MPD group told GameStop that questions on the survey asked about portable PC and console games as well as smartphone titles, but, quote, only within the context of those who purchase additional content for the core systems. As for specific games featured in the survey, MPD asked microtransaction-themed questions about Battleborn, Destiny, Gears of War Ultimate Edition, GTA 5, and Halo 5 Guardians. Questions pertaining to DLC were asked about titles like Battlefield 4, Call of Duty Black Ops 3, Fallout 4, Star Wars The Force Awakens, and Smash Bros. Wii U. That last one's kind of weird. Mobile games featured in the study included Candy Crush Saga, the Candy Crush, you know what I mean, mobile games, and Pokemon Go,
Yeah.
of course. So, but the point is, I was surprised by this because you know how it is on the internet. That minority seems to have the largest voice always. You know what I mean? Like, granted, I agree. I don't like microtransactions, especially when it's paid to win. That's why I stopped playing Call of Duty.
Microtransactions, I don't mind them. Now, that's not saying that I buy them all. I don't mind the idea of microtransactions behind, like, say, Destiny's emotes. Like, if you want to spend money on it, do
That's
it. If you think an animation is worth paying, I think, what is it? Maybe add up to like $1 or $2 for an animation.
Yeah.
If you think that's worth it, then go ahead and buy it. But yeah, I was extremely disappointed when you started seeing people in Call of Duty with these one-hit kill pistols on Black Ops 3. I was really disappointed because I always liked the Treyarch games way more than the Infinity Ward games. And
that was implemented months and months afterwards too. After half the DLC was out.
Yeah, I was shocked when people started running around with one-hit kill pistols that you could essentially purchase.
Yeah, it was upsetting.
As for DLC, it varies. It varies how much you get DLC wise. Like I think $10 for the Call of Duty map packs is not a bad deal. You get 4 or 5 multiplayer maps and a zombies map for Call of Duty. Say that's for $10 you divide that out.
No, they're 20 now, aren't they?
They're 20?
I swear they're 20 a piece. Yeah, because the season pass is $50 fucking. Like, it's ridiculous.
You might be right then. Yeah, because there's 4 DLC for Black Ops 3, or is there 5?
There's 4. They always do 4.
So yeah, then you're right. They're most likely $20. Okay, that's a lot
Uh,
of money.
yeah. Let me look here. $15. I lied.
Okay,
That's
so
it's
yeah,
still a lot of money for four, sometimes five maps. Because every Call of Duty game is different. Sometimes you only get four maps.
you got to think about your perspective too. If you're a person that happens to live and breathe Call of Duty, and
Well, yeah. I mean,
that's like one of the few games that you actually play, then you're going to get the most out of that
yeah,
$15. Um, Unfortunately, Mike and I really do not play Call of Duty that much. We just like to play zombies.
yeah.
So when you really think down to it, it's probably not exactly worth it for us. If we were
Exactly.
buying all the packs individually, it really wouldn't be worth it for us.
Yeah, exactly. So
Um,
I don't know.
but then you get games like Destiny, who, I don't agree with the way Destiny does it. They essentially force you to buy it.
Yeah. Well, it wouldn't be so bad if they didn't fuck you so hard. Like it'd be fine if it was they lock out all the strikes and the nightfalls and things like that. And it's like, why can't you just like have a lower tier? Like you do with Prison of Elders, like you do with the
I
raids. You never up the raids.
When I joined at the butt end of year two, got on the Destiny bandwagon.
Hmm.
Um, I didn't buy Dark Below or Taken King or Dark Below or House of Wolves yet, just because I wanted to play through the normal game first and see if I really thought it was worth it. And so I did, and I encountered. Yeah, you would find if you went in patrol, you'd find that House of Wolves ships would randomly drop. They were like public events almost.
Yeah.
But the thing is, you couldn't harm them. They were immune if you didn't have the DLC. So
It's dumb. I don't like the way they handled a lot of that. Now granted a lot of the rumors going around for Destiny 2 sound really fucking great. I hope they're true.
eh,
Um but we'll see. I mean honestly I wouldn't be surprised if we see Destiny 2 at E3 next year. But oh, by the way, I was while this was going on and I was going through news and reading through it earlier, somebody made a good point. If you have a game coming out next fall, good fucking luck to you, man. Red Dead is gonna tear the shit out of everything. Red Dead's gonna be like the Fallout. Like,
I'm looking forward to Titanfall. That's all I'm looking forward to.
well, this year, yeah, but I mean next
Yeah,
year in
this
the
year.
fall, yeah. But the thing is the about Rockstar games is they're insanely fucking good, and then they just know how to fucking make a meaty ass game. Like you can just play a Rockstar game for fucking weeks at a time and not play anything else and still feel satisfied with it.
There are people on YouTube whose sole profit and income comes from them just being a dedicated Call of Duty, or not a Call of Duty, a dedicated
GTA Online.
GTA
Yeah.
Online YouTube channel. Like,
Rockstar make Rockstar Take Two makes stupid fucking amounts of money off of GTA Online. That's why they never made DLC for it because it just makes so much fucking money off the microtransactions. And they're obviously not required in any way to play the online part. They're just people, people that are impatient and they just want to get shit done now. So
right?
they just spend all their money on it. And I mean, if
But
that's what you
anyway,
do, fun.
we've been
That's
dragging
it.
this video way longer than we should have.
Agreed.
But if you stuck around to listen, hey, thanks. You pat on the back to you, sir or ma'am, whoever's watching. Um,
You didn't like my round of applause?
no, but our SoundCloud viewers could barely hear it. There we go.
It's
Anyway,
literally a round. Okay, go ahead.
try and check us out at least once a week. We try and updo this at least once a week, but there are times we can't, so be patient with us. We're on Patreon, yada yada yada. I'm not going to drill you. Just check the description because we don't need to do that whole
Yeah,
outro thing.
true. It's basically everything slash ambass of gaming, ambassador of gaming, or ambassadors
Yeah,
of gaming.
we
So
have just check the description. But anyway, I'm Ambassador Chris,
I'm Ambassador Michael.
and we'll see you next time. Okay,
Goodbye.
goodbye.